Welcome to Appalachia Sessions. I'm Nan Kelly, and I am so tickled to be here with friends. I told our producer, Tom, who's working the camera behind the scenes there, I said, Tom, we might be talking a long time on this one. I love these people. You're going to love these folks. Darin and Brooke Aldridge are with me right now. Hi, friends.
Hi.
How are y'all?
We are doing great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Some of the nicest people in the world. And I always talk about triple threats. And I call y'all a triple threat. You know, a triple threat is someone who sings, acts, and dances, like on Broadway. But these guys are triple threats because they're amazing instrumentalists, great singers, and wonderful songwriters, and they happen to be nice people. So they're quadruple threats. I know your background a little bit, but you were a school teacher in the system, right? In the schools.
Yeah, I did that for 10 years in North Carolina, and I loved every minute of it. But with us being musicians too, that was really my first passion, and so I let the teaching thing go. But I still try to go back and visit. Sometimes we'll do school programs through the school system that I worked for still, and we'll go in and do Christmas programs because a lot of those kids have never heard some of the old traditional Christmas songs.
Oh.
You would be so surprised. Yeah. And so that was so much fun and still is getting to do that. So they started that with me a long time ago when I first started working there, and they found out that we had a band and we played and we sang. So
not only do they have a band, I mean, this young lady, she won't brag on herself, but I will. She is a 4-time consecutive IBMA, which is the International Bluegrass Music Association. Female Vocalist of the Year. And Darin here is a former Mentor of the Year for the IBMA. So you are with some great royalty here today. Mentor of the Year. You still mentor young kids. You still are teaching young kids to play, right?
I still do. I've been teaching over 20 years now.
Wow.
And I teach a lot in our hometown there, Cherryville in Shelby, North Carolina. The Earl Scruggs Center's there now. And we have all kind of field trips come in and classes. So I do group classes, one-on-one. I've done, like I said, for over 20 years. So I was just so thankful to get nominated and then win Mentor of the Year by the IBMA.
Can you recall, without naming names, can you recall a student through your time in the school system where you knew you made a difference in their life?
Oh, goodness. Let's see. There were so many, actually.
Good.
Yeah, and I can't pinpoint one probably, but I think every day I came home with a story about a child that I wanted to bring home, and just embrace them and let them experience, a different kind of life, because sometimes their life in their home is not always the greatest thing. And when they come to school.
She told me that one time.
Yeah,
sometimes
really
you smile
special.
and be so good to a kid, that's the only sunshine they'll get maybe that day.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody that you feel like, or that you're working with now, that you know that you've made a difference?
Well, I've had a lot of great students come through and learn to play very well. And some that I've brought along with us to shows, other ones that showed up like at East Tennessee State University. And now they're in a band themselves or leading their bands and stuff like that. And that's made me feel really special. I mean, the first time I heard some of the young kids that I taught when I was like 12 or 13, they were. And then in high school, I heard them play in their first band. I was like, man, they're really good, And then now they've got #1 song out there on Bluegrass Radio.
That's great.
So
how about in your young lives, teachers that may have influenced you or people that have inspired you to press forward and to go down this path? Brooke, do you have somebody in mind?
Yeah, my 5th grade teacher, her name was Bonita Taylor, and she loved to sing. She incorporated music a lot because she was the pianist at her church. And actually her sister and her husband were my pastor and his wife at the church where I attended as a kid. And for 42 years, he was the preacher there. But Bonita, like I said, she just incorporated music all of the time. I think she taught us, let's see, we the people in order to form a more perfect union.
Establish justice and
That's right.
Domestic tranquility.
That's right. She taught us that through song, and I never forgot it.
Oh, she taught you that through song.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
What about it in your life?
my band
Darin?
director in junior high and high school, it's like a drill sergeant, and it was so good. He knew I was good and could listen by ear, but he taught me really the theory and how to read music and was real hard on me. And I still say things that he said to our band all the time now. His name's Michael Rogers. And all those things come up through our daily lives and our band career that I thank him for instilling in me in that for a long time. But one of my biggest influences, as you probably know, is Vince Gill. And getting to meet him And it was a big thing for me. I remember I was about 14 years old, saw him on the Opry for the first time, and I knew then that's what I wanted to do, was to
Really?
be like him and grow up. And he's become a friend and a mentor to me, and you know, it's amazing. I just thank the good Lord for that. And he's such a pal these days. So
He is. He's a good friend to a lot of people.
yeah.
The jam session that you would have with him, or you
Yeah,
have had
we-
with him,
yeah,
no doubt.
We've sung a few together.
I bet you have. Speaking of singing, we're going to hear some Christmas music today, and these guys have a brand new Christmas album that just came out in November. Tell me about your new record, because I haven't had a chance to hear it yet.
Yeah, well, we're so excited for you to hear it. This album's called Hometown Holiday, and Darin and I have been doing a Christmas show in our hometown now for probably a decade or more, which is crazy to think.
Everybody says, when are you going to have a Christmas record?
Yes, exactly.
When are you going to have one?
So we compiled a bunch of songs that, you know, some are traditional classic Christmas songs that everybody knows. There's a few on there that maybe some people haven't heard before, but we've got a kids song on there, Must Be Santa. So it's a good variety, I think, that's going to appeal to a lot of different ages. So.
What's your favorite song on the album? Or what's your favorite Christmas song, period?
wow.
One that we're going to do today, I always thought that Brooke would sing it so good. And
you're
she
right.
does. It's called Merry Christmas, Darling, that the Carpenters did.
Claire and Karen Carpenter.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
just
God rest
fits
her
her
soul.
voice to a T. Well, there's so many of them. We did River, a
Johnny
bunch of
Mitchell.
different things, and I just love to hear my wife sing, you know.
See, that is good.
He's a
That
little partial.
that is a good stuff. Well, how do you, one more question, how do you make it work, to work with your spouse, to live with your spouse? You're on the road constantly. What is the secret?
I think that mutual respect for each other. I mean, he's been in the business for a long time, a lot longer than when I came along. I like to say Darin discovered me to bring me on out in
I
this
might have.
in the music world anyway. My parents first believed in me in a community that I grew up in, but you know, we just have such a respect for each other. In the areas that he's weak in, I'm strong in, and vice versa. So
Absolutely.
I think that really
Yeah.
is a good trade-off.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah.
You said it best. Love these guys. You're going to love them. They're going to bless your Christmas with great music. Darin and Brooke Aldridge. Love you guys.
Thank you
Y'all
so
are
much.
great.
Hey guys, please comment, like, and share. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. For more information and the latest news, please go to @AppySessions.com.